If you ever wondered why I suddenly started posting so much online, this video is the answer. No, I was not trying to become famous. I was not chasing followers, or I was not even someone who liked social media. The real reason is something that completely changed how I think about life and memory, identity. Growing up, I was extremely private person. I had Facebook and Instagram, but I barely posted anything. I never had TikTok. I spent more time watching other people's feed than sharing my own. So if you have only known me for last 2 3 years, you probably think I've always been like this, but no, I was not. Everything changed when I was living in Dubai. One day I got a call from my home and they told me that my mother was not acting herself. At first, I honestly thought she was emotionally manipulating me into coming back. And I came back because I definitely cared about my mother. But the woman standing in front of me didn't know who I was. She didn't recognize me. Um, she didn't recognize herself. She couldn't even remember her own name. For a couple of months while I was in India, all I could think of is meeting doctors after doctors, psychiatrists. Some said stroke, some said it's depression, thyroid, but no one knew exactly what happened. And I remember some of the psychiatrists said that she would never come back to life. This is it, and we have to cope with it. But that period, when I was with her for 3 months, but then afterwards I had to fly back to Dubai because I also had to take care of her finances. So it was almost impossible for me to be here and looking after her as well as supporting her financially. So even when I went back, I remember feeling this blankness because watching my mother losing herself, losing her own entire life, did something to me, to be honest, mentally. But I don't know how to describe that feeling because one thing is, I don't know if I'll lose her. There is a strong possibility that I might lose her. And another possibility was, okay, she's there, but it's not really her. And doctors were not really hopeful about she going back to the normal state, so we couldn't really keep much hope. So the period where I was in Dubai working, taking care of everything, and the only person who called me was my sister, but all those phone calls were only about hospital bills, medicines, nurses, reports. Nobody asked me how I was doing. Nobody asked me how it feels to be in that space. And I couldn't complain. Of course, I couldn't complain. I'm not complaining now either. But all of that made me realize something. Memory is not permanent, identity is not permanent. One day, everything we know about ourselves could disappear. Just like that. I accept the fact that we all are fragile. I accept the fact that whatever happened to my mother could also happen to me in the future. Imagine forgetting the person I love. Imagine forgetting who I was. Imagine forgetting my own name, my parents. That's something cracked open in my head. A lot of people think that I started posting because I wanted to build a brand or, get more followers. Honestly, I don't. I'm genuinely leaving pieces of myself behind. I talk about literally everything: my thoughts, opinions, political views, mistakes, lessons from my past, movie reviews, book reviews, my voice. I used to be ashamed of my voice. Trust me, I hated my voice. I would never send voice message to anybody. If someone from my past around 5 6 years, they would know that how uptight I am when it comes to sending my voice or when it comes to calling someone and talking to them. So these changes, putting my voice out there, putting myself out there, taking pictures, writing about my feelings, all these started becoming consistent, more and more consistent. And maybe one day nobody watches these videos. Maybe they get views, or maybe they get only 20 views, and that's okay. And because these videos are not just for the audience, they're also for me. I have shared all this stuff because now I think I need to update you about my mother's current condition. Thankfully, my mother recovered. Doctors thought she wouldn't, but she did. She cooks for me, she remembers our past, she laughs, she argues with me, she's herself again. It's been a while, I think it's been more than 1.5 years that I came back from Dubai, and yeah, she's fine. She's doing better than ever. When people often ask why I document so much of my life, why do I talk about controversial stuff, this is why. Memories fade, people change, life changes, and maybe I might disappear. I can leave enough pieces of myself here. If you'd like to hear more stories, thoughts, conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe my channel and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and share it with someone who might connect with it. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.